Stop playing on my phone now. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. So what you gonna do with it? Stop playing with it, baby. Nah. If you gonna do it, you don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Cause you ain't built like that. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And set to go now on a rainy Florida afternoon. And we are underway from Miami. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On first down, Jacob Eason. Open man is Trey Burton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Indy. And even 50 yards. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Eason sliding out of the pocket, and he's going to keep it here. This will be caught just inside the 10, and he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
On second down now, it's Taylor. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The Colts ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They go play action with Eason. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Blankenship's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Good.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They're running the jet sweep here to Parker. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
At the 45-yard line.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
35-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Tua sets up to pass it. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Kill. He's crashing.
On the handoff, this is Breida, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now a give to Breida. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Jason
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
24-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. On the delay, here's Hines. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Gotcha.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun is Eason. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
That's caught by Woods for a Dolphins touchdown. Robert Woods there to make the grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Eason. This one caught by Ridley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Complete to Calvin Ridley. It's a gain of 5. Brings up.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second down. Here's Eason. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. And he'll throw right away. It's complete to Parker, left side. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. And sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
1st down, Indianapolis.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1 yard gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Eason to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And that will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Here comes Grant on the return. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Howard, the ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a...
Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, Doug. What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Second and 11.
Mike 58 right there. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. It's Eason. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And it's 2nd down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Here's Eason off the play fake. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
On the play.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Eason. Flushed out right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Eason. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The 2nd down pass intercepted. The Dolphins
first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Jakeem Grant now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown. Then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Tackle made by Bobby.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines, feel pretty good about themselves, and encouraging their offensive mates to get points.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off, Byron Jones. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To a hit, and the ball is out. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
22-yard
There on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
3 yards on that last kick. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. It's a nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now this throw caught left side. A good pickup there, a 22.
A gain of 22.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, Jacob Eason. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun is Eason. Eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Eason. And he comes back with one complete. And boy, 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked.
2nd and 6 at the Dolphins' 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Recovered.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
58,
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jakeem Grant, 36 yards. And the Dolphins head on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, it's tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic. But usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And so from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Eason. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 34. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 42. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Eason sets to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Eason. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Eason. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
The Colts on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Pickup of 14.
Eason going to try and throw for it. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Tua going to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now Tua. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 15. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Indianapolis.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Eason. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it's going to be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And now look at him go. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 70 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they will take over at at the 29-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 50 yards. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
And 5.
They run with Breida. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Dolphins, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
it's time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls in the designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking to me. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Because I'm rich and popping in, yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself.